Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be the intro for all 12 zodiac signs for the 2020 yearly energy readings. So if you watch it in one video, then you can skip it on the other ones because it'll be exactly the same. But if you have not watched it and this is your first time watching it, please watch until the end of this intro because there's important information here. Basically, in these zodiac sign readings, I will be giving you the 2020 overall energy, like what you can expect this year, some blockages, some things to look forward to, and some advice. And then in the extended video over on my Vimeo channel, I'll be getting more into your specific love life in 2020. And that goes for those of you who are single and those of you who are in a relationship. And I'll also be giving you specific information about your finances and your career. So things that can be blocking your money, ways that you can make more money and things of that sort. And then I'll also be doing a healing message from spirit at the end of that extended video. So because I'm doing all 12 zodiac signs, I know that purchasing the extended videos can start to add up because people watch their sun, their moon, their rising, and their Venus sign. So that can rack up. So basically I'll be giving you somewhat of a discount. You'll be able to purchase all 12 zodiac sign extended videos for $12.12. So basically it's like each extended video will be a little bit over $1 if you buy it in bulk. So yeah, you still have the option of buying it separately. Like you can buy your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, separate if you want to, buy each one separately, I mean. But if you want to save a bit of money and if you want to be able to watch all 12 extended videos, then you can go ahead and purchase that for $12.12. So I will leave the link to that in the description box down below. So just wanted to give you guys that information. So yeah, we're going to now jump into your 2020 energy readings. I really hope that it is helpful, and let's dive into it. Okay, Taurus, so let's jump right into your 2020 energy reading. The first two cards that came out are the traveling card and the family room card. Okay, so I'm seeing here that in 2020, a lot of you will be balancing out your home life and your work life. For some of you, it's going to be that you have been working extremely hard to the point where you are not spending enough time with family, with loved ones, or just not spending enough time taking care of yourself. Be very careful of that. I know that Tauruses are usually the sign of work smarter, not harder, but there can be other aspects of your chart that cause you to overwork, to focus too much on work to the point where you can kind of burn out. So just be very careful of that in 2020. But for some of you, it's the opposite. It's like you're needing to work a bit harder. Like you have spent a lot of time just focused on your personal life, like focused on your friends, your family, focused on yourself, or maybe you've just been really in your comfort zone these past couple of years, and you're needing to step outside of that, focus more on your work life, be more productive and get things done. And I feel like it's going to make you much happier. Because when I say like you've been focused on your loved ones and stuff like that, that's never a bad thing, of course. Like it's good to focus on the people that you love and to take care of the people that you love. And it's good to have, time to yourself and free time. But you'll start to feel imbalanced because it'll be this nagging feeling of, oh, I feel like I should be doing more. Like, is there something more I should be doing? And the answer to that is yes, because there are certain things, certain goals that you have had in mind for a very long time that you have been kind of putting off because you've been so fixated on your personal life. Hold on one second to take a water break. I'm also seeing here that for some of you, you actually will be moving in 2020. It looks like you'll be moving to a place that feels more like home to you, a place where you can feel very safe and secure. And I think that is going to definitely play a role in this positive energy that I'm picking up for the year of 2020, because it's kind of like your environment has been affecting you for a very long time. And so some of you are finally kind of packing up and seeking shelter elsewhere, and it's going to be somewhere that feels like home to you. I'm hearing specifically that some of you are moving somewhere that you lived for a very long time, whether it be you moving back to your childhood home or your childhood city, like your hometown, or it's like a past life. It's like a past life where you lived in a certain area for a very long time, And in this lifetime, you feel called to live there again. You may not be aware of this. You may not know why. Like if there's a certain place where you're like, oh, I just really feel like I need to be there. Like I really want to save up and move there. It could very well be that in a past life, that place was very significant to you. And it also could be your intuition telling you that you're about to manifest a lot of abundance in that place. Okay, sorry, my recorder cut off, so if the audio jumped a little bit, that's why. But like I was saying, it could be your intuition leading you towards a place where you are destined to acquire a lot of abundance. It doesn't have to be financial abundance. It could be maybe you're going to meet a specific soulmate there, or you're going to have an experience there that is meant for your growth and evolution. So you may be intuitively guided to relocate that there in 2020 is what I'm seeing. For a lot of you also, you will be traveling a lot this year. I'm seeing that some of you are just going to be spending a lot of time away from home, whether it be like traveling to different cities or different countries, or maybe traveling for work. It's like I'm just seeing that a lot of you are spending less time at home, which I mean, as a Taurus rising, that doesn't sound that doesn't sound too appealing to me. Like us Tauruses, we like our home, we like our bed, we like our comfortable surrounding. But I do think this will be positive for you, a positive learning experience, or something to really pull you out of your comfort zone, because that is also a Taurus trait. Like we just really like our comfort zone, and we will not move out of it unless we absolutely have to. So it's like it's some sort of push to travel that's going to help you to break free from your comfort zone. And it's interesting because I'm seeing that wow, okay, I'm hearing the message that it's so much easier to step outside of your comfort zone when you know you have a stable place to call home. So for some Tauruses, am I saying that right? Would it be Tauruses? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Basically, what I'm hearing is that for some of us with Taurus in our chart, there we go, the fact that we have not had a stable home, or we have not had that stability, is why we now cling to our comfort zones, because we were never made to feel comfortable. Like maybe some of us grew up in a dysfunctional environment, like a dysfunctional household, or it's like not really having stability. So now whenever we do have a little bit of stability, or we have a little bit of comfort, we cling on to it. So it's like needing to kind of step out of that, like needing to realize that that pattern is within you, and needing to step outside of that. But the more stability you create in your life, the more you're going to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Like it's so much easier to go and travel and enjoy yourself when you know that you have a home to come back to. Like if you go and travel, but you really don't have a home, it's going to be hard for you to focus on your vacation. It's going to be hard for you to enjoy your travels, because you're just thinking about the fact that you have nowhere to come back to. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the more stable, or the more stability you manifest into your life this year, the more easy it will be for you to step outside of your comfort zone. You see? Like, for example, if you want to start a business this year, it'll be much easier to do that if you have a savings. Like if you have a savings account, and let's say you've saved up a large amount of money, so now you can quit your job and you have enough to pay your bills for a couple months. It's going to help you to start that business with peace of mind, rather than quitting your job, starting a business, and you have nothing in your savings. You have no clue how you're going to make ends meet. There are some people who can do that, and they can do that quite comfortably. Like they can quit their job, not know where they're going to make their money from, but they're just living on hope, like I'm going to get this done. But no, not for you. That will make you feel extremely imbalanced. So you're needing to have a safety net, and you're needing to have a cushion. So the more stability and the more of a safety net that you have, the more likely you are to step outside of your comfort zone. So the next two cards out are the Fighting card and the Thoughts card. Okay, so this is your blockage for 2020. So with the Fighting card being here in the reverse, I feel like a lot of you have gone through such hardships or struggles that this year is going to seem bizarre to you, because you're not going to go through a lot of hardships or struggles. And I know that might sound strange, some of you have been praying for this energy to let up, this energy of having to constantly fight through another battle, like constantly have to overcome something else. It's like you've been in this for a while, you've been praying for it to let up, and now in 2020 it lets up and you kind of don't know what to do with it now. It's like you're kind of like, oh, this feels weird. For some of you, you're on guard, like you're on high alert, because again, you've gone through so much that this year being peaceful, it's going to feel like, wait a minute, is this a trick? Like, is something bad like waiting for me around the corner? But no, I don't think anything is. So just be careful to not let your thoughts run away like that, because it's perfectly natural and normal for you to feel like something bad's going to happen because of the cycles that you have been in. But no, this is the year that you have to get comfortable with peace. You have to get comfortable with peace this upcoming year. Hold on, let me write that down. I'm trying to get into the habit of writing down my titles as I go, because I completely forget about what I channeled after I turn the recording off, and then I have to watch it over to get the title. So get comfortable with peace and traveling. Okay. So yeah, your thoughts are the only thing that can really block you, or that can really cause you turmoil. The thoughts that something bad's going to happen when it actually isn't, is what I'm seeing. I'm trying to see. There's another message trying to come through here. Oh, visualization. Okay. So basically what I'm hearing is that your thoughts are needing to be controlled in 2020. I mean, that goes for everyone. Everyone should be trying their best to not suppress their thoughts, but trying their best to plant as much positivity into their mind as possible. But I'm seeing for you, it's going to be extremely important, only because your mind has been clouded with negative thoughts for so long. You're kind of needing to substitute them with positive thoughts. You're needing to substitute them with visualizing positive things, visualizing a positive life unfolding for you. And also because some of you just really don't believe that you can have a positive life. You don't believe that you can be completely healed and balanced, because it just doesn't seem feasible to you because of the things you've been through. So the more you visualize it, the more it seems like it's in your reach, the more it seems possible, and it helps you to kind of stay optimistic about, manifesting the life that you want for yourself. I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Oh, I'm also getting that for some of you, you really are just trying to avoid conflict as much as you can this year, and that is a good idea. Watch your karma this year. I'm giving that advice to all the signs. Make sure you watch your karma. You don't want to create any negative karma for yourself. A lot of us in 2019, or for the past couple of years, we've undergone a lot of just heavy experiences, a lot of heavy karmic energy. Some of us got hit by other people's karma, like hit in the crossfire. So it's kind of like a lot of karmic energy has been cleared. The last thing you want to do is to intertwine yourself with another karmic situation with karmic energy. You just don't want that. So just make sure you're watching your karma, make sure that you detach yourself from situations that are just really going nowhere and they're just full of conflict. Protect your peace. Put it that way. Protect your peace and know when to fight and when not to fight. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Try to take the high road, try to be the bigger person. As cliche as that sounds, you just really don't want to create any bad karma for yourself this year. There's so many abundant opportunities that's here for you. It's like it would just be extremely I want to say the word I'm hearing is it would be extremely reckless to create karma, but I feel like there's another word I want to say. It would just be unfortunate. There we go. If you were to create negative karma for yourself and block your own blessings, especially when you have the opportunity to just remove yourself from certain situations instead of engaging with them. So just keep that in mind. But overall, I do see there's this harmonious energy that's coming towards you in 2020. So some of you will finally get comfortable with peace. Okay, so we have the Courage card here and we have the Official Person card. So with the Courage card being here in the reverse, this is the energy that is outside of you in 2020. Okay, got it. What I'm hearing is that for a lot of you this year, there are people who you're going to be encountering that are quite impressive to you. You look up to them. You admire their growth. You admire their accomplishments. You just admire their characteristics and who they are as a person. And these types of people can be very intimidating to you, but you need not be intimidated by them because you have the ability to be them. Anything that you find impressive about other people or intimidating about other people, implement it into your own life And then you'll start to find yourself impressive, and you'll start to respect and value yourself more. And I need to be careful with saying that, because you should respect and value yourself no matter what. Like, no matter what's going on within you, or no matter what your shortcomings are, you should still value yourself. Like, I'm not saying put conditions on yourself, like, oh, if you would just do A, B, and C, then maybe you can admire yourself. I do encourage all of you to write down a list of things that you already admire about yourself, and fall in love with those aspects of you that are already there. But like I said, as you are on this journey of growth, and you're wanting to grow as a person, seeing someone that you admire is a very good blueprint, because we usually admire traits in people that we ourselves have, but we're not expressing. So if you come across someone who's extremely ambitious, you could think like, wow, like I wish I could have that work ethic. You do have it. It just isn't being expressed. You're not tapping into it. So when you tap into it, it boosts your self-esteem, and then it causes you to admire yourself the way you admire these other people. So don't see intimidation or possibly like jealousy, envy. And I've talked about this in my readings before. Like, don't see that as there's being something wrong with you. See it as, this is a blueprint for something that's within me that I'm not tapping into. See what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of courage to admit those things. It takes a lot of courage to admit that there are traits that people have that you wish you embodied, because it's very humbling, you know? But that's going to be beneficial for you, is what I'm seeing. Because this year you are being called to step outside of your comfort zone, which I know is horrifying for a Taurus. Like I said, you're being called to step outside of your comfort zone in 2020. And it's going to take a lot of courage. There's going to be times when you really doubt yourself. So like I said, having other people who you admire, they're kind of like the blueprint for where you want to be. And they can also give you inspiration. And again, this doesn't have to be a person who you even know personally. This could be like someone online who succeeds at some sort of business or something along those lines. In fact, if you are starting some sort of business, or if you are setting some sort of goals, I always recommend actually going and looking up people who have already accomplished those things, and study them and draw inspiration from them, because that can also motivate you and be the driving force behind you putting in that work to get what it is that you want, is what I'm seeing. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages coming through. I feel like the dream card is here. Yeah, okay, so there's this realization, or there's this needing to realize that, again, whoever you come across in 2020 that you are intimidated by or that you look up to, there's a need for this realization that that person once started exactly where you are. They once had a thought, the same thought that you had, like, wow, I wish I could get there. I wish I could be like this. I wish I could do this. That person that you admire once had that exact same thought. And that was the stepping stone, or the first step towards getting them to where they want to be. And so if you remind yourself of that you're starting exactly where they started, then it becomes more reasonable to think that you can get to where they are. So just keep that in mind. Laziness this year, you have to do away with it. We have to do away with any laziness or procrastination. Of course, if you struggle with like depression or mental health issues, that's completely not your fault at all. And you should never identify as lazy or anything like that when you're struggling mentally or emotionally. So don't identify with the word lazy. Try to give yourself as much compassion as possible in that case. But the more passion you find, or the more of your passions you tap into, the more energized you're going to feel, and the less quote unquote lazy you are going to feel. But again, if you struggle with mental health and things like that, please don't try to push yourself too hard this year because you feel like, I'm so lazy, I need to do more. No, for a lot of people who are struggling with mental health, these last couple of years have been very taxing. So if anything, 2020 is the year that, yes, you can put work in, but also balance out resting, is what I'm seeing. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, overall, the Rebel card is here. So this year, it looks like you are going to be, what am I hearing? Let me pull one more for that. Hold on one second. Because I'm hearing that you're going to be completely different, but that's a given when you step outside of your comfort zone. Let me pull one more. Oh, okay. Got it. There's a certain amount of shock value that I see. I see people being shocked by whatever it is that you are doing this year, the moves that you're making, the strides that you're taking. I see people being kind of shocked by it. It kind of comes out of nowhere, or it seemingly comes out of nowhere. So some of you can be experiencing success that happens quicker than you thought. And it's very surprising to not only you, but to other people as well, but in a good way, because the success card is here. And it's like, it's inspirational to other people to see how far you've come in such a short amount of time. So yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm hearing shock value. Like they're shocked. They're shocked that you've been able to overcome so much, or they're shocked that you're able to grow so much. And you are too. It's like some of you are really thinking that there's a certain goal that you're trying to reach, or a certain ideal that you're trying to reach. And you may feel like, oh, it's going to take forever to reach that. And this may be the year that you reach it, or you have a breakthrough. And it's going to just be very shocking to you because you didn't think it would happen for you so soon. But you will be prepared for it, is what I am seeing. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it for your overall energy. So overall, I am seeing good things for you in 2020. So we're going to dive into your love messages. I'm going to put that on my extended, or put that in the extended video. We're going to talk about your love life if you're single, and if you're in a relationship. Then we're going to talk about your finances, and finally I will do a healing message from spirit. So that is it. I will leave the link to that in the description box down below. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my Vimeo channel.